Good morning. Greeting from New Delhi, India. Hope you see my slide and video clearly. Call me Meg in short. At this outset, I would like to apologize for not being able to present in person to this GAPC. It's always my honor and my pleasure to participate here, even in virtual format. It is extremely challenging to me to provide feedback to the regional workshops present in advance. Therefore, I slightly shift the presentation into what I think that it would be applicable to all regions, all countries, especially the low and middle income countries, and to all local levels. Having said that, however, I might focus on supranational movements on alcohol, especially those related to my organization, World Health Organization. And I will provoke you all to think and discuss how we should collectively use this opportunity. Many of you may focus on what we do not have on alcohol. Yes, we are lack of many things to battle alcohol issue. But if you take one step back to look what we have today, then this is an opportunity. Just 10 years ago, not so long, alcohol was left out from any global movements. That is the dark ages for global movement on alcohol. Be it World Health Assembly, UN General Assembly. WHO did not have any guidance to support country on alcohol. When the world started to talk about NCD in 2009, there was a blanket concern that alcohol will be left out from NCD actions and monitoring framework, I mean targets and indicator. And the same go to the process to formulate 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda, or SDG. And at that time, alcohol movement is a subject and agenda of those who committed individuals who work on uncoordinated basis. Now, thanks to those contributions making this dark age history. Today, we have the umbrella global strategy to reduce harmful use of alcohol in hand. The UN General Assembly, as well as the World Assembly, endorsed the target and indicator, adult per capita consumption, or APC, as a target indicator for the SDG. Countries have green light for the WHO endorsing the baseline or cost-effective intervention. The WHO has launched the SAFER package, which is the tool focusing on 5 interventions to support country. And just 2 months ago, the WHO Executive Board passed 2 key decisions. One is requesting the WHO to work with country to develop the global action plan on alcohol that would last until 2030. And secondly, to develop a technical report on cross-border aspect of alcohol marketing, the first time for both papers to come in the next 2 years. And congratulations to you all. Now, I think we can say that we have institutionalized the GAPC and the network around you as a global infrastructure to fight alcohol. All of this opportunity doesn't come cheap and easily. The alcohol industry still fight very hard to tone down, distract country from this opportunity. For example, they try to delete the APC from the SDG indicator. So I encourage you all to regard this opportunity as our collective asset and think strategically how we could use it. My next 2 slides are a bit of conceptual. Window of opportunity do not open by itself, but from our collective effort. What we need is to synchronize this opportunity as well as to create domino effect from one opportunity linking to another and another opportunity. Those opportunities, for example, as listed in my previous slide, are result of interlinked contribution of stakeholders at all levels, from local to global. If you can see the uplink direction, academic, shaping normative standard, community, work to set up example of actions, and country is a main gateway to shape global agenda. The position of your government is so important for intergovernmental agencies like WHO or UN. Also so important for the upcoming Global Action Plan on Alcohol and the cross-border aspect of alcohol marketing report. On the other hand, the downward link, the supranational movement will provide backup and support to country and local action. But this resolution, declaration, commitment, target, whatsoever, do not work by itself. We need capacity to downlink and turn it into local action on the ground. And lastly, I would agree that we need some key principles to work together. Otherwise, we end up with talk-only debate. Evidence-based action, management of conflict of interest, and multi-sectoral collaboration. These are key. My last slide about multi-sectoral collaboration. We shouldn't be trapped by the narrow definition of collaboration. It is about how we redefine objective and action of collaboration from just expansion of network into finding common space, finding untapped actor, finding the way you, individual of you, and the other could work together in this broader horizon, even without naming alcohol. In an old school thinking, we focus on red spot. We try to draw attention of those who share concern about alcohol consumption. Yes, they are still very important. They are core actors, and we need to keep them, need to strengthen them. For example, health sector, faith-based sector. On the orange layer, we're still close to them. Those who concerned on the problem that is related to alcohol. Child protection, youth protection, road safety, and so on. They may not pay much attention on alcohol consumption. Normally we feel okay as long as they recognize alcohol as their risk factor, and full stop. I feel that we need a new approach to promote their engagement in a more sustainable way. Then on the green zone, there are those who concern on strengthening their sector, community empowerment, education sector, labor, and so on. They pay attention not at all on alcohol consumption, APC, or burden. But if they have been strengthened, they are less vulnerable and they have much capacity to manage alcohol problem. We need to find a common response among these three zones in which alcohol is clearly a hindrance for their goal. Less controversial. Then moving to the gray zone, you will find those who do not, again, pay attention on alcohol, burden, or whatever. But they and their work could very much shape the policy context or the environment, policy environment for alcohol policy. For example, environment protection fronts, or those who interest in commercial determinant of health, who can unfold the unfair and unjust behavior of the alcohol industry, which in turn will shape the eligibility and justification of the alcohol industry in the policy process. Then moving to the top blue, we need to work more in particular to shape the mindset and perception of those interested in socio-economic development in general. Many of them still focus only on short-term benefit of alcohol as an ordinary product. Reshaping alcohol as obstacle for sustainable development is a good approach. And lastly, do not underrate capacity of individuals in our social network era. Individuals shape social climate for alcohol policy, either supportive or oppressive. So winning the social influencer is a must for us. Hopefully my presentation would have some contribution to GAPC. Feel free if you have any problem you want to discuss with me, share idea to this email. Until the next GAPC. Thank you very much and goodbye.